Ready? Yeah,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Alex Ike Sports Entertainment. It's been a
yep,
little bit. So, what you got for us
yep.
today, old
Talk about
Alex?
ba- talk about baseball stuff.
I love baseball. That was like one of my favorite sports growing up. So, what you got for us to start with?
Because the MLB trade deadline's coming up, so we're going to talk about a little about that. I mean, I'm gonna just predict some stuff. I might not. It probably ain't gonna be all right.
Well, like you said, it's your prediction, so it's not going to be 100% factual.
Yeah. Okay. Like Chapman, he's already been traded to the Rangers, but that was like an early trade. The trade deadline is more like the last day thing. Like one trade I'm gonna predict: White Sox, they're gonna clean house. I think Lucas Giolito, how you say it, and Tim Anderson are gonna go to the Dodgers from that team. That's my prediction for them. And Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, it's a chance they get traded. They're old, so they probably will. I've heard the Brewers in the mix with one of them, and the Diamondbacks could be a possibility. I mean, you just don't never know. Liam Hendricks is he could go to the Phillies, and there's some more is I don't know where they're gonna go.
Like, yeah, because like you said, everything's not set in stone yet, so nobody knows exactly where it could go either left or it could go right or it could go down the middle. So, like you said, it's just what you're.
But the players I'm giving you, they're definitely probably gonna get traded. I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh, they probably would, but do you know exactly, or do you think it's just in the works? They have options.
Okay, I'm gonna get some names. I'm gonna where he could go. Shohei Ohtani, he's gonna get the highest paid contract next year ever in MLB history, like $600 million maybe. But he can hit and pitch. There's a rumor he could go to Seattle, the Yankees, or stay. Um, but you're going to have to give up a lot for him. So is it going to be worth it's worth he's that good. But if he don't stay, was it worth the risk? You know,
Right.
'cause he's only a rental player. 'Cause he's a free agent in the year, so that's why. Yeah,
Who you got
Seattle.
next? Oh, go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead. Sorry, what were you saying?
yeah, he's already got like 36 home runs right now.
Damn, that's
Hey,
actually pretty good. Is that throughout the season or is that throughout his career?
that's just this year.
Just this year alone, 2023, he's got that many home runs.
Yeah,
Is that pretty good or is that like an average number?
that's there's some players only got that in a year.
Damn.
You know,
I didn't know if that's like a basic minimal or was that like on a whole nother level actually good.
and we'll go back to the Lucas Giolito. I was talking about earlier, White Sox.
Right.
He's a free agent next year. I could see him going to Houston or the Dodgers.
What do you think would fit
Maybe
better, Houston or Dodgers?
I don't like either one, so I don't care. Houston got caught with cheating. So I don't like them as much no more.
Why don't you like the Dodgers?
I just don't like them. I don't know why.
Just because they had Jesse Robinson on their team at one time?
No,
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter where he goes out of those two because, like you said, you're not a fan of either one of those teams, so it doesn't really matter where he goes.
okay. The Cubs, Marcus Stroman, he wants to stay with the Cubs, but then I think he's going to end up leaving. I've heard the Giants and Houston again on that. Even the Reds, I've kind of heard. The Giants make more sense
That
for some
makes
reason.
so if he doesn't stay with the Cubs, you think going with the Giants would be his best bet,
Yeah, you're not going to sell. You want to sell them to a good team. You're not going to sell them to another sucky team.
like Houston. Yeah, you don't want to sell them to them.
Oh, they're in the playoff hunt, so they're not sucky.
At least you're not too biased. At least you give him some credit.
Yeah. Jordan Montgomery from the Cardinals, I've heard today he could end up going to the Orioles.
Do you think that's a smart move or no?
They're pretty good this year, so yeah, it would help them a little better.
Yeah, that's Jimmy's home team right there, the Orioles.
Probably the best team they've had in a long time. Also, he ended up oh no, he ain't with the Brewers because that's
But you think the Orioles would help him long term though? Because they could be good this season and be like not so great next season.
or
So do you
maybe
think they would be good long
Diamondbacks
term?
too. Yeah,
Because that's the thing. Like when you get in this contract, it's not just like one season. So like he can sign to the Orioles and be good, and then next year it can be like you never know. It's a 50-50 coin toss every season.
yeah. Blake Snell's a free agent. I heard he actually might not be traded, but if he does, I don't really know what makes sense. And maybe the Reds, the Phillies. I don't really know.
Reds might be a good option.
Maybe the Blue Jays. That's
Hmm. That's a little bit of a stretch.
what
The Blue Jays.
they're good. I mean, they're in the playoff contention. So
You think they're going to get any further?
who?
The Blue Jays.
I mean, they ain't in the season, so they don't even know they're gonna make the playoffs yet.
Who do you think's going to make it in the playoffs?
I mean, the Braves are definitely probably gonna make it.
That's your favorite team, the Braves.
Yeah, they got the best record in baseball. The Reds might make it. The Diamondbacks, I can see. The Brewers, the Dodgers. You know, Tampa Bay. They've been struggling, but they were the best team. Got to see what happens. Talking to the next guy, Josh Hader. I heard the Braves have linked him there, but I heard he might not get traded. I don't know.
50
And so
50
is
coin
that. So,
toss.
yeah, you mean it's pretty much who's going to offer a more deal, like who what it's going to get back.
Right. Who's the next guy you got on your list?
I don't know his name. I don't even know where he would go.
So this unknown dude. He's got a funny
So like
name.
play for the Nationals.
What's his
Name
initial? Just give the first initial and his last initial.
JC,
We'll just
third
call him
baseman.
J. We'll just call him JC. Because if he's got a funky name, then there's no reason to try to pronounce it.
What do you?
He's on the Nationals as third base.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
I ain't really a big third base guy.
it's got on the list. Oh, let me see something. It's got. Okay, okay. It's got. Well, he might go to the Phillies, Brewers, or Twins.
In your opinion, what do you think would be the most logical option for him to take out of those three?
Twins.
The Twins?
Yeah. Paul DeJong. It says Dodgers, Johnson, Brewers, and another team I've heard he might go to is Seattle, and that makes more sense to me. But this ain't. These are just predictions people will put up here. Right.
Right.
Gordon Hicks has Rays, Dodgers, Phillies. That makes a lot of sense. The Phillies. Michael Lorenzo from the Tigers could end up going back to the Reds where he started, the Diamondbacks or the Phillies. I would say Reds or Diamondbacks make more sense out of them two, out of them three. Cody Bellinger, I heard Mariners, Brewers, or Rangers. I also heard the Yankees. The Yankees might not make the playoffs, so I don't know. The Mariners make more sense. Cal
Right.
Finnegan from the Nationals. I'm gonna say it's got three teams: but the Dodgers have already came up. I'm gonna say them. Yin Gomes from the Cubs. I'm gonna say the Marlins. We've got 3 teams. I'm gonna pick the Marlins that one. Elin Diaz, All-Star Game MVP guy. Got Rays, Yankees, Padres. I'm gonna say the Rays. Lance Lynn, White Sox. Rays, Reds, Diamondbacks. I'm gonna say Diamondbacks. Another guy's name I can't. Aaron Savell, right-hand pitcher, Guardians, ex Indians. I'm gonna say Astros. Lane Thomas, National outfield. I'm gonna say Brewers. Randall Grichuk, there. Got Yankees, Brewers, Mariners. I'm gonna say Yankees. Scott Barlow, Royals. Phillies, Rangers, Dodgers. I'm gonna say Rangers. Rich Hill, 45-year-old guy still pitching.
That's not bad. 45 years old pitching, not bad.
Diamondbacks, Giants, Dodgers. I heard the Diamondbacks. I'm gonna say that. Oh, now I can go back. I didn't see the predictions under the thing or two after I started. The Otani guy. Now it says Rangers, Dodgers, Giants. The Rangers make a lot of sense, but the Angels ain't gonna trade him to the Dodgers. But that's too close. Damn, it still could happen. It don't make sense.
Have we talked
Yeah,
about Lucas from the pitcher from the White Sox? I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Might go to Dodgers
Yeah,
or
or
Astros.
they're
The
saying
third
that
team.
they're saying up here that he'd be a good addition to be pitching needy to the Cincinnati Reds.
Huh. It's got okay, I guess different websites got different things.
Yeah, this is ESPN.
Okay.
So, do you think that'd be a smart move, him to go to Cincinnati Reds?
And the Strowmans and the Cubs, they said Diamondback, Astros, Rays. They don't got the Giants up here, but
There's no
well,
indication that Dylan Cease will get traded, though.
I heard he could get traded, but I don't know.
They said not with 2 years remaining of team control and a few good Chicago White Sox starters under contract after this season. Never know.
No.
They said if Joe Kelly is healthy, he and Kendall Graveman are options.
Yeah, I think Joe Kelly's gonna get traded. Oh, it says Arizona Diamondbacks could land right-hand pitcher Paul Blackburn from the A's. That makes sense because the Diamondbacks need some pitching. Paul Blackburn probably wants to leave that crappy old team. Sucks.
Oh.
It says Baltimore could land Joey Wentz from the Tigers. Cincinnati Royals could land Ryan Yalberg. He used to play for the Rays. He's a decent pitcher. You don't ever know what's going to happen, you know.
That JC guy we were talking about earlier.
Uh-huh.
They think that he'd be a perfect fit for the Yankees.
Oh, for real? Oh,
I have never seen him play, so I can't really say if he's good enough for the Yankees or not.
Yeah. Miami could land infielder Andy Ibaz from the Tigers. I don't know who that is either. Milwaukee Brewers could land Sam Mole, straight from the A's.
Did we already talk about Nolan Armando, Armando Arenda, something like that?
I heard he's probably not going to get traded. What's it say?
He's the Cardinals' third baseman who's owned a very reasonable $94 million over the next 3 years. The Dodgers have been long armored of whatever his last name is, 32, and they see the third baseman as they need it, as they have to address the offseason given their present constructions. They're not expecting to trade him at the moment, but the Dodgers have the type of young talent, particularly pitching, to sway the team in a situation like this. But he has a full no trade clause.
That's right. So he would get to pick. Okay, the JC guy I was talking about, it's got other options: Brewers, Marlins, Phillies, Yankees.
I don't know if he's good enough for the Yankees, so I'd probably have to watch him play first before I can even spit my decision out on him.
Lance Lynn, it's got the Braves could be an option, or the Rangers, or the Orioles. I mean, or the Rays. God, I mean, you just don't know what's going to be right, or none of these teams could be right.
Hell yeah, they could be like, well, this guy, he's got the Orioles, Braves, the Cardinals, and then the son of a gun will go and be with the Diamondbacks. So it's like, what the hell? I wish we were in these meetings where they're having and actually be able to talk to these guys. I think it'd be amazing if me and you could sit down with each one of these dudes and be like, what are you thinking? And you have this option. Where are you going? If you're no clause, then where you want to go.
Yes, it's Dylan Cease is being stay put. It still could happen, but that's what it's saying.
It would be really nice to be able to talk to these guys individually and see what they're wanting to do if they have the option, or which team should they think would best fit them.
Yeah.
So
Tommy Pham from the Mets, I heard he could land with the Dodgers. I heard that today.
they're saying that Jordan Montgomery is going to be the best lefty starter on the market.
Jack Flaherty, I don't know where he would go. But he is the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, not the Brewers because they're in the same division.
His name is up here too, but they said they are as good as gone unless Snell is moved. SNELL.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
yeah.
That is weird. Yeah, a lot of this is something else. I'm just reading down right now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, August
But
1st. Wow.
the Braves are going to probably get some players, but they're just going to get relief pitch. They got the hit. They don't need no hitters. I mean, they could add some bats. They're going to sit on the bench, but man,
Right. Oh, God, my freaking back. I'm getting old. There's a lot to think about in this.
yeah.
You never know exactly who's going to be going where.
Oh, and another name that's came up, he's got traded last year, Juan Soto. It wouldn't make sense for him to get traded, but I heard the Yankees have came up. That's all I can really think about right now.
Brian Reynolds.
Who's he play for?
He plays for Pittsburgh. No. Yeah,
See,
Pittsburgh.
now that don't make sense because he just signed a contract like a month or two ago. So I don't believe that one.
Yeah, they're saying, yeah, here we are in spring training. The all-star switch hitter is still in Pittsburgh. That could be wrong, though. They're talking about Corbin Burns from Milwaukee.
I heard he's probably not going to get traded. I don't believe because they're in first place in their division, so that wouldn't make sense.
What about German Marquez?
Who?
German Marquez?
Oh, is that the Rockies?
Yes.
I don't know where he would go.
Mm.
The Orioles, the Rays, something. The
They
Red
said he
Sox.
can be changing uniforms. I don't know. He's been a topic in trade rumors for a while, but the stars seems aligned for it to be a third. No, to
Maybe
be
the
time something
Rangers.
actually happens.
The Rangers probably gonna get some more depth.
It says that he's also said to be a free agent at the end of this year. Colorado
Yeah.
is unlikely to compete in a division that includes powerhouse teams like Los Angeles and San Diego.
Uh, that must be old because they're way out of the division. There ain't no chance they're gonna win.
Yeah, this could be old because they're saying all these names like David Bednar, Jose Leclerc. I don't know how to say his name. He's from Texas. Christian Walker. So this must be old.
I like Christian Walker, but I don't think he'll get. He used to play for the Orioles.
What about Brad Kellner, whatever. Keller.
I don't know who that is really. It's something like people. I probably know their face, just don't realize them.
He worked. He plays. He does. He works. He plays for the Royals.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I don't know. It looks like he's got a shit though. Alexis Diaz.
Is that the Reds?
Yeah, Chicago Red. Yeah. It's the Reds.
Cincinnati Reds. No, I
Cincinnati.
don't think. I don't think he's gonna get traded.
Damn. I keep getting confused with Chicago and Cincinnati. Andrew Chaffin.
And yep, the Diamondbacks. I don't know if he's gonna get traded or not.
Mm.
You see, that's the only thing about being a sports player. You hear your name get traded. You're like, am I gonna get traded or not?
Right. You never know. Like it's all up to who's up there at the top of where you're going to go, unless if you decide, like you said, if you have that opportunity to trade yourself, then it is. But if you're not in charge of that, it's like, geez, who am I going with?
I've heard of people getting traded. They even know they were getting traded until they heard on the news. I would be pissed.
Especially if I got traded to a team I didn't like.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, by the way, you've been really good with the Braves, but we just shifted you over to the Royals. Like, what? Huh?
Well, yeah. There's a player, tomorrow, Walker Jenkins, that has to sign. Or if not, he has to go to college, and he ain't signed yet. He might be going to Carolina.
Tar Heels?
Yeah.
I think I'd do him some good. I don't know. Tar Heels are pretty good.
Only thing about baseball, okay, baseball draft's kind of weird. You get drafted out of high school, but if you don't sign, then you got to wait 3 more years to go get a good player, get drafted again. He was a fifth pick overall. It ain't like he's a 50th pick, or it's not like he's a 50th round pick.
Right.
Yeah, I know Marcus Peterson on the Raiders today.
What about Sonny Gray from
Minnesota,
Minnesota? Yeah.
they're in first place in their division. I mean, it ain't a deep good record division, but they're winning division, so it would make sense.
So you think he should, stay with them?
I it ain't up to him anyway.
He's a free agent at the end of this year, so he could
Oh,
be
he
interested
is.
in trade options for contenders. So,
Yeah,
oh,
I don't see
that's
him win. I don't see him win the World Series anyway, so it could make sense.
we'll just have to stay updated on him and see where he does.
Yeah,
So, Paul Blackburn from the Athletics.
yeah, that's what I said. I think Oakland A's. Not Oakland. He could go to Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I think he would be good at Diamondbacks. I've heard of him. Kyle Finnegan.
The Dodgers, I've heard.
Can't believe this man's holding Oh, I thought this dude had a shoe in his hand. I was like, the fuck? Aaron Loop or something from Los Angeles. The Angels. Well, not that. Sorry, it's Angels, not Los Angeles. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't know where he would go. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, he said he pitched well in his first year with Los Angeles. Not
Oh,
quite tuned into his remarkable 0.95 error the previous season. Regardless, Loop has been one of the better and more dependable southpaw setup men. If the Angels are not seriously contending this summer, you'd have to speculate he could be on the move.
yeah.
And then you got Trevor May.
Yeah. Where would he go? I don't.
Well, he called Queens his home and he pitched very well. And I mean, he did have some injuries that kind of derailed some of his consistency a season ago, but down the year, not to prevent him from landing a free agent contract from the A's, who actually brought him on with the intention of making him their closer. This is a
Oh,
good opportunity for May.
the Giants are eyeing Justin Verlander. I know that. I've heard.
Then you got Daniel Bard, Bard, from Colorado.
Oh yeah. I've,
Yeah, there's really not much about him. He'll be turning 28 in June, and the Rockies do not have him signed through next season. But if they fall out of the race early and the team indicates they're willing to pay a premium to acquire Bird for the 2 strength runs, Colorado should pull the trigger. So we'll see if they keep him or not.
the Braves are reporting interest in Adam Duvall. Adam Duvall's already been traded to the Braves 2 or 3 times in his career. But they like him there. He's good.
Then you got Charlie Blackmon,
Yeah. He's like
Colorado.
38 years old.
Yeah. And then I think they got one more on this list. Nick Senzel, Senzel. He's with the Reds.
Oh, okay.
They selected him second overall in 2016. But that's 2016. But the Reds are clearly a team in transition. The moment that Senzel is signed through 2025, but could be in a situation where he needs a change of scenery, and Cincinnati could look to find a team willing to bet on his past upside. I think he just should stay with the Reds.
Who?
Nick Senzel, or however you say
Oh,
that.
uh,
That guy.
Nick.
Senzel.
The
I don't
Braves
know.
could end up getting David Bednar from the Pirates. I've heard a clue. He could give him some bullpen help. How much longer we got on this one?
8 minutes and 43 seconds.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, I just asked me.
Uh,
I think a lot of these guys should trade, but some of them I feel like should stay.
yeah. Like the Braves, if they trade anybody, it's going to be minor league players for other players. There's not going to be no starter on the team.
Right.
Unless it's a bench player or something, maybe. I don't know.
Me, I'm a bench player. Shit, I'd stay on the bench to play. I'll just sit there and chew on my big league chew and just sit there and watch. Shit. I don't mind being a bench player.
Me neither.
I'll fucking take that. No doubt about it. Oh, wow. What is annual? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. But still, I'd have to use Zoom a lot. It says like $16 a month. Choose your subscription cycle. I don't want to do. Pro. Fuck that. I ain't doing pro. This one
Oh, and
says $15 a month. That ain't
it's
bad.
another one.
Go ahead.
Red Road Rodriguez. I heard he could end up going to the Orioles.
Think that'd be a good move for him? Or for them to put him there?
Yeah, pitching. There ain't never enough pitching.
Pitching is a lot more complicated than people think it is. Like I tried to pitch one time, it was fucking ass. I'd either throw it out too far or I throw it into their body.
For real?
Yeah, I was terrible. They tried to get me to pitch one time. I think it was when I was on the athletics, and I just could not pitch to save my life. I said, I'm going back to where I belong. And I had shortstop, which that's not really a position in the big leagues, but shortstop, second base, and outfield, or catcher. I was a hell of a good catcher though. Those are the main ones I was. Shortstop, second base, outfield, and catcher.
Mm.
Yeah. See me, boy, I'm in the MLB now. Yeah, okay. Shit, if I was in the MLB, I tell you what, I'd be a one rich motherfucker at least. Or at least one happy motherfucker. At least all my hard work would have paid off.
Yeah.
You'd probably be at every game though, or at least a majority of them. I'd give you some
Yeah.
good seats. Get you some good seats just so you could watch me sit on the bench.
I wouldn't care.
Right? You get to see the game. I mean, like, fuck, like, I'd be like, yo, Michael, I'll pay for your travel expenses and stuff. And then you can come out here and then you can just enjoy the game. It don't even matter if I don't ever get off the bench. At least I'm on the team.
Yeah.
I'll be the fucking water boy.
Only bad thing, you're gonna be on a lot of teams in your career.
Yes. And I might not be on some good teams. My end goal would be like make it to the Braves just so I can make Michael proud.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man, I would get literally an autograph of every one of my players. I'd be like, look, my boy Michael, he's a diehard fan of the Braves. Can you sign this? Oh, you're a rookie? Nobody knows you? Hey, can you sign this? Well, you're on the Braves, so sign this.
Yeah.
And I probably could have at least a few of those guys on the podcast with us to talk about their careers and what they've been through and what they see themselves going to, or if they're going to be a free agent. That would be so dope. So I think there would be a lot of benefits for that.
Yeah.
4 minutes and 20 seconds. That's lame. It's weird. It's like jumping a little bit, but okay, whatever. What else you got for us?
That's it for that.
It for the sports?
Yeah. That's all I can think of right now.
Do you
You
want
know, there ain't much stuff going on right now. I mean,
right?
I ain't man. There's stuff always going on, but I ain't gonna say who's playing who and all that crap.
Right, because that doesn't really mean nothing until they get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about that once they get to the playoffs, and we'll do our predictions on, I'm going to write down a bunch of names and I'll give you my predictions of who I think I'll win that game. And then we'll start marking them off to see how good our luck is.
Oh, and Austin Riley got Player of the Week. I can tell you that. Braves.
Hell yeah.
He had 6 home runs this week, like 16 RBIs.
It's not bad.
Yeah. No, ain't that at all.
Shit, made me player of the week.
He and the Braves are ranked #1 team. They got like 64 wins.
Is the Braves like one of the top 5 best MLB teams of all time?
I wouldn't say so.
You don't think they're one of the best of all time, like the top 5?
Yeah, I mean, I I would say like the Yankees, with Dodgers, like them.
Should not go there.
Who
Yeah.
do you put them at least in your top 10?
Oh yeah, yeah. I meant by winning division wise, yes, they are. But by World Series, yeah.
Oh, right.
But by winning season, yeah, you could.
Who's the Braves' best player right now?
Ronald Acuna,
What does he play?
left field, right field.
Do you think they're gonna make it to the? Yeah, you said they're gonna make it to the playoffs.
There's no way. They're in first place in the division. The second place team is 11.5 games back. Put it that way. I mean, there's still a long time to go unless they just start soaking.
Right.
But here's the thing: even if they lose, the other team's got to win game. Yeah, game back.
Never know. It's always a 50-50 coin toss with MLB.
Yeah. All right, ready for another one?
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the podcast. Like Michael said, there's not a lot going on, but I'm gonna probably start doing some research and stuff before we start doing this so I can keep up with the times. So, like you said, there's not really much going on. So we love y'all. Y'all stay safe. We got less than a minute anyway, so I'm gonna get off here. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.